Yes, so Meredith Mays is a very key player for this team. Coach Goodenough even called her the best center in the WAC. She leads the conference and is ranked third nationally in field goal percentage. If you've ever been in Terry's Tire Shop, you'll notice that it looks unrecognizable, from soot covering the walls, broken glass, and frayed tires everywhere. But the No Kings protest is not just taking place here in DC. It is expected that millions of others are participating nationwide. And on Thursday, you said every WAC game is going to be a battle, and this game has been evidence of that. What does the team need to do to keep this lead going in the second half? The university is working to provide students with more affordable housing and assist students during a housing shortage in Abilene. Tonight we have a WAC rivalry between the ACU Wildcats and the Southern Utah Thunderbirds. The teams have met 4 times since their first matchup in 2022, with the all-time series record at 2-2. The winter storm has made its way to Abilene, with people outside playing in the snow and sledding, as you can see from behind me. Funding cuts to Corporation of Public Broadcasting are hitting close to home, as the university's radio station and NPR affiliate, KACU, also lost revenue. Optimist reporter Furman Moreno has more on the efforts KACU is making to regain financial stability. As someone running for your 5th term in the Texas House of Representatives, do you think it's important, just as important, to vote in local and state elections as it is to vote in the national election? So the crowd is loud and hyped for today's Abilene showdown. Not only are the Wildcats hosting the Warhawks, they're also hosting over 1,000 elementary school students. Today we have an intense rivalry between Tarleton and ACU, a big game for both teams who are both coming off huge wins that ended their losing streaks. Zion, what did you see in this first half? 2 kids play at the Clyde splash pad, but the reality is there's no water. Clyde City Council member David Mann says the water has been turned off for 3 years after the city realized it was wasteful.
It's practically unusable in its current state. Without being able to recycle the water, it just uses too much. It puts it out onto the ground, so we're not able to recirculate it.
Mann says the city lacks the funds to get a new recirculation system, which would make it operational again. To avoid using taxpayer dollars, the city is asking the community to chip in on the project.
It is a city park, but more importantly, it's a community park. And I think if the community takes a little ownership in the park, we can make it something special for all the kids in the neighborhood and on that entire end of town, really.
The project's goal is $100,000. Mann and his wife have already committed $10,000, a contribution he hopes will inspire others to give.
I think it'll be something that'll community can pull together, and just every time you drive by that park or go by that park, we'll have a sense of pride in it and a sense of community ownership.
While the splash pad is just one area of the park, Mann hopes it will lead to more improvements and future investments in the community. For BigCountryHomepage.com, I'm Ashley Henderson. If you've ever been in Terry's Tire Shop, you'll notice that it looks unrecognizable, from soot covering the walls, broken glass, and frayed tires everywhere. I spoke to shop secretary Susan Steele, who said her family is taking this loss day by day, but wants to thank the community for its support in this difficult time.
We were on first name basis with more than half of our customers. I've seen them grow up, get older. They've seen me grow up. So it means a lot to have everybody behind us and supporting us, and it makes it a little bit easier to know that there's that many people that do care about us.
Steele says the only thing that survived in the fire was a porcelain cross, which she says gives her hope while the shop's future is unknown. Reporting in Abilene, I'm Ashley Henderson. Hannah, thank you so much for joining me today. So just to start off, I want to know about your story. Tell me about your journey and how you got to ACU.
Growing up, I always knew I wanted to play volleyball in college, but I obviously wasn't sure where. And just growing up playing club, whenever you have your 16s going into 17th year, coaches can finally reach out to you and start recruiting. So I was doing that for a year, and then I actually ended up, through a huge process, committing to the University of North Texas. Just a huge testimony, a lot went into it, but I ended up decommitting from that school because I realized I wanted to go to a Christian university, and some of the morals just didn't line up for me there. So I kind of took a leap of faith, and the Lord opened the door for me to come here.
So now you were in your junior year with the Wildcats. So tell me about your experience playing at ACU and what that's been like.
It's been remarkable. Honestly, this is everything that I've prayed for in a school, and being at a university that cares about athletics, but also genuinely cares about your spiritual growth and who you are as a person, I think that is like the most valuable thing that I could get from being here.
Well, naturally, the older you get and the more experience you have, you sort of become a mentor and leader for the team. So tell me how you've stepped into that leadership role.
Yeah, so I think that leadership is something, it's not a title, it's like just actions. It's just like a way of who you are through your character. So I feel like I have the natural tendency to lead, and like I don't need like the title of captain or whatever to do that.
As you finish out your career at ACU, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want people to remember when they hear the name Hannah Gonzalez?
Honestly, I like pray this a lot, but that if people don't remember me, that's fine as long as people remember Jesus. But if they do remember me, know that like she played for the glory of the Lord and that like she loved those around her. And even if they don't remember me as a good volleyball player, that's fine. But I just want them to remember me in that way.
A week after political activist Charlie Kirk's assassination, students and faculty gathered for a candlelight vigil to honor his memory. The university decided to put on the event after being contacted by a group of students on campus. I spoke earlier with a few of the students who organized the event. Walk me through the event tonight. What did it look like putting that together?
Yeah, so I think there was a lot of different people who had plans for an event, sort of what we wanted. Everybody knew we wanted to do something, but nobody knew what. So then all the different individual organizations became one group, and we started planning, and by Saturday we had 130 people signed up saying they wanted to do something. By 8:15 Saturday or Monday morning, the university responded. So as soon as their offices opened, said yes, absolutely, how can we help?
The night consisted of worship, prayer, and words from Dr. Phil Schubert to encourage students and faculty to come together in unity.
So for me, it's really this is an apolitical event where we can bring both sides together to mourn the life of a Christian husband and father.
I'm Ashley Henderson with The Optimist.